What is up, everyone? Zeepthony Fantano here, and today we're gonna review something interesting. I do realize that a lot of my audience probably does not care about this, but I do, and it is my YouTube channel, so I don't care. I'm a big fan of 21 Pilots. They're probably in like my top 10 favorite artists. Maybe even top 5, I gotta think about this. I have a big connection to Blurryface because it got me through a rough patch during my sophomore year of high school, and I absolutely love Trench. I think it's lyrically very dense, very consistent all the way through, and was probably my favorite album in 2018. So when it came to Scaled and Icy, I was very excited for it. I just listened to it last night, and I liked it, but I do have a couple problems with it that seem to be pretty glaring in the grand scheme of 21 Pilots' discography. And I know I'm not alone in this. I see many members in the clique having similar attitudes to the way I am to this album. First of all, I'd like to get this out of the way. I do not mind that Tyler is in a happier headspace than, say, where he was during Blurryface. I realize that people change. People are sad in one moment in their life and they're happy in another moment of their life. And that's completely terrific. It'd be kind of alarming if Tyler was just sad and depressed the entirety of his career. So for me, it's not really a problem with like the themes of this album, but really a problem with the lyrics of this album and the production of this album. An example I see thrown around a lot is the single Saturday. I think Saturday is fine. I think it's a fun song, but I've seen so many people tear this song apart in recent days. I can agree, it seems very poppy, and I don't mind that actually. I think what this album is going for is a very poppy feel, a very like careless, just like, hey, I want to have fun, let's have fun. You know, we've just been through Trench, that was a very dark and gritty album. So heading into this face first, it's very different, and that's fine. That's completely fine. What I do want to point out, however, is that I think this album does have a deeper message, and I think it's very interesting. So it starts off with the song Good Day, you know, about having a good day, of course. But as the album goes along, I believe the main character of the song succumbs more to grief because he seems to be missing something. He seems to be losing something. I believe it's a story about a person who is in denial of their own depression, and in order to avoid that depression, he tries to have fun and go on a night of the town, not caring about anything in the world. But then by the end of the album, especially in the closer, he finally realizes, man, I'm really depressed. And he accepts his own grief, and in turn also accepts the big loss he's underwent through. There's a big reason for this shift from Trench. I remember seeing a Reddit post, in fact, let me pull it up right now, let me quote it. Basically, Tyler has gone on record as saying that since Blurryface, each album has had a response/compensation to / for the last. For example, Blurryface went very mainstream, so they intentionally abandoned that kind of sound for Trench, and tried to make it more introverted and darker and less radio-friendly. However, in order to compensate for how full-on and dark Trench was, the decision was made it for Scaled and Icy to be much more happier, lighter, and a shorter album. And to unquote it real quick, I was surprised how short the album was. I didn't see the runtime before I listened to it, so when it was over I was just like, oh, it's done? Huh. To continue, now we have a pretty strong reason to expect that the next album, which is confirmed to be the conclusion of the Dima storyline that started with Blurryface, will release sooner than normal. This being because Tyler has said that there is a very real chance that the next album will release before they tour again, which could be assumed to be next year. Also, Tyler has said that due to there being no Scales and Icy tour, he has already been working on the next album for a little bit. A while back, Tyler also said that there were 2 albums to be made. One lighthearted in-between album, which is the one we just got, and the real sequel to Trench. And let me just say, I'm really excited for that sequel to Trench. I'm taking this album as like a fun album. I think it's like whatever. More like something to hold us over just until we get the real meat and bones. Does it excuse some of the lines in the songs? Not really. I laugh at this often, and don't get me wrong, I still like Saturday, but there's this line in Saturday where Tyler's just like, but I just want to watch Friends with you. I just laugh at that so hard, and I don't know why. I just think the entire idea of Friends being referenced in the middle of the song to be really funny, and kind of drags the song a little bit in my opinion. But hey, at the end of the day, I still think it's a fun, catchy tune. Does this mean you cannot be critical on the album? No, not at all. I think you should understand though, that there is a reason why the album is like this. It seems to be this is very intentional. Does that make it good or bad? That's really up to the own individual. If I had to rate this album, I'd probably give it like a maybe like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. My favorite song from the album, probably Shy Away, that's right, the lead single, or Redecorate. I really like that closer. 21 Pilots they really have these fantastic closing songs to their albums, and the trend continues on Scaled and Icy. So anyways, that was just me ranting about stuff only I really care about and a specific niche of an audience does. But that's just my YouTube channel, isn't it? If you're new, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I do videos on basically everything. Anything that I really enjoy or like. See you later, should have a big video coming out very soon. Bye guys!